with this focal understanding of our business model type, at least kind of a working view of that, let's say, let's think about what are our key activities and what are our key resources. And the idea here is to ask ourselves not just what activities are important, because keeping your accounting in order and writing good contracts might be important, but is that really a key strategic activity? Is it both uniquely strategically important and generally important? There's only a few things that really should fall into that bucket for a given organization, assuming you have this nice tight view of your delivery focus. At Enable Quiz, they've decided that given their particular focus, developing these quizzes, the instructional design, and the being able to go out and sort of ask the right questions to ascertain reliably where someone is on a given topic, that's one of their key activities. Product development, being able to just get the quiz infrastructure out there and improve it and keep it up and running is important. And I know that maybe you're looking at this and saying, wait, I thought you said that they were infrastructure focused. Well, product development can still be a key activity. Amazon Web Services, which offers cloud server instances to companies and individuals, is certainly doing a lot of product development. That's probably a key activity for them, even though they're delivering that product into an infrastructure-driven business model. And finally, trends and best practices in tech. So how do we go and understand what skill sets are trending for a given type of role, how roles are changing? All of those are things that are going to help them do this job of screening technical talent and potentially helping focus upskilling of existing employees better. And so having this understanding is really important. And I know these things sound nice, and if you go into a meeting with your colleagues, everyone will probably say the stuff that they're doing are the key activities, and that's natural. That's a reasonable place to start. You want to have an idea of business model type and be able to kind of winnow those down based on these probing questions about what fundamentally is driving the business model. What about key resources for Enable Quiz? What do you think about those? I would say they're quiz banks, and they're startups, so they don't actually have these yet, but that's okay. I mean, if you are in the early phases, the discovery, the validation phase, even the customer creation phase, think about the key resources that you have and you want to have, and just denote, I use parentheses, you can use a question mark, to denote things that you want to have versus things that you have now. And that's fine. Again, the idea with the business model canvas is to have the right discussions, have current and repeatable discussions about what's going on with the business model that are actually making sense and dovetailing with what's really going on. Performance data about what quizzes work well in a given situation, and being able to use just analytics and data science to suggest things and automatically make the experience better for users. That's probably pretty important to them. And finally, their user base, which at this stage in their development they don't have, but they want to have, that'll be really important. So how do we accrue a large user base that we can continue to improve against and use to drive our infrastructure-driven revenue model? I think those are the key activities and key resources for Enable Quiz, and this is how that might look over here on the canvas. So I would take a moment, and however you're using the canvas on paper or on Google Docs, I would fill this in for your particular business model.